sip Bliss, sip Kamal Kishorji, sip Sachin, sip Sagai, sip Kumar, sip Krishna, sip Harshal, sip Aim, sip Vinayak, sip Bliko, sip Girish Ananda, sip Laveen, sip Rajendra, sip Chidanand, sip Soham, sip Gunjan, sip Prakash, sip Will, sip Yogini, sip Nitai. Today you are greeted by a subject which is rocking the country, the subject called death. Death. Any subject you want to ask on the subject of death, because death is a very important aspect of life. It's a reality of life. And not many people understand death. What is death? Who dies? When do we die? Why do we die? How do we die? So there are many subjects, many questions on the subject of death. And so here you are. Let us get started. And because this topic has been suggested because Ratan Tata died. I don't know how many foreigners would know. Bliss, you know Ratan Tata? Bliss, you know, you read Indian news? Ratan Tata. If Bliss knows, then everybody knows. Ru Mataji, Anand, Rajendra, Bliss. मौत की सच्चाई क्या है? रू माता जी।
प्रणाम गुरुजी, शिवोहम।
हाँ जी।
Guruji, first thing is whosoever takes birth has to die. Secondly, death is connected to body only. When spirit leaves our body, a soul leaves our body, then our body dies. Soul is immortal. It merges with the divine sip. But two possibilities are there. If our karmas are not balanced, then we have to take rebirth. And then we are born with ego and mind. But if we live as a divine soul, then we are free from rebirth, and then no rebirth takes place. And Guruji, only the body dies. Our near and dear ones burn our body, but our soul never dies. And someone has very rightly said, जिस मरने से जग डरे मेरे मन आनंद, जिस मरने से जग डरे मेरे मन आनंद, मरने पर ही पाइए पूर्ण परमानंद. Guruji, we are liberated at death. And
Good.
whether it is king or it is fakir or anybody, everybody has to die.
So my dear
And
friends,
we come empty-handed and go empty-handed.
आपने death का essence तो आपने अपने हिसाब से बताया है. But how the whole country, अभी कोई मर गया. रतन टाटा, billionaire, not an ordinary man, he's a billionaire. मर गया बेचारा. कहाँ गया? कौन था? कौन मरा? Ratan Tata is gone. Where is he now?
गुरुजी, वो तो रतन टाटा की बॉडी डाई हुई है. His soul is either merged with SIP or taken rebirth.
But the world doesn't think like that. No? The whole world has got a different aspect.
But Guruji, reality is this only.
Okay. So therefore today we have a topic. The reason we have a topic is sometimes the whole world is talking of a subject. And so therefore we try to take that subject to, don't just repeat the same thing, everybody. Let's talk, let's make it interesting. What you don't understand about death, what you think happens at death. Rumataji has given one classic textbook answer. Means she has given what I call, this answer is the Katho Upanishad answer. She has given that answer. But what happens? Why are people so paranoid? And for some people who have been asking, Ratan shadi nahi kiya, biwi nahi hai, bachche nahi hai, no wife, no children. Then how does death impact such a person? his family, his near and dear ones, the society, the country. Anand. Yes, Anand. Thank you, Rumataji.
Shivam Guruji,
Shivam.
on the lighter note, death is when you get down from the stage.
Good.
And then we saw your Rudra Roop. And we all missed a great opportunity because at least I was not in consciousness at that moment when you were explaining that process.
No, but it's very important, very important. So now do you understand what has happened with Ratan Tata now? Anand, you have understood or you have not understood?
Understood.
What do you think has happened to Ratan Tata?
Yeah, I think I think Mataji summarized it quite well. That his body has died. I think that's what we also saw in the retreat. That the spark of unique life that was there that left the body, and it's a great opportunity for moksha. That's what I look at it. Provided you have not identified yourself with the body, mind, and ego.
And majority of this world, 99%.
They will cry thinking that, oh, this person has
99%. 99% are gone, and even before you cremate the body, they are reborn. You don't even have to cremate the body. Even before you cremate the body, they are reborn. If you keep the body for 1 day, 2 days, 1 week, 1 month, the body, the soul is not going to wait to leave the body and disappear, and the mind and ego, if it's carrying karma, will be reborn. Good, Anand. So anything else you want to say, Anand? Can I move on?
We can move on. I mean, that session is still live for me, and I think that framework is, I feel as if it was just mentioned yesterday.
So that session in the retreat, since you're talking about the retreat, I don't know how many people have given an okay. They have told me that the retreat is now confirmed on November 9th, 10 a.m. I think 35 people have confirmed. So those of you who want to register, I don't think we will take more than 50. We will not have more than 50 people on the retreat. So if you are registering, please register. Otherwise, somebody else will register. So yes, that retreat that we had in Pune, in that retreat, we contemplated not just death, we contemplated birth. And we contemplated death. And it was the moment of realization to many. And it was a moment of first ignorance. And then we wiped out the ignorance. That was the beauty of the retreat. In that retreat, we saw what is the meaning of avidya, avidya ko dur karna. It's not very easy, but the fact is that people saw with their own eyes, I mean, their own experience, how there was complete ignorance in the room, and then suddenly there was a glow of light. That is the meaning of enlightenment. I saw for the first time people awakening. I have not seen people awakening. For the first time in my life, I saw people jagrat hona. Okay? So the day of awakening is a very important day of your life. If you awaken, whatever day you awaken, that day of awakening is a super important day of your life. For me, 31st of August. Rajendra and Bliss.
Sir. Sir, we are seeing around the world that people try to escape death, but in vain. So instead of we should try to escape rebirth, which we can do. जैसे आपने पढ़ा है BLK DRM में वहां पर, तो
वो हमारे टीम ने आपको एक कोट भी दिया था ना, शायद हमारी टीम ने एक कोट लिखा है,
पढ़ा है मेरे पास सर, यही कोट है, exactly the same I am repeating sir. Instead of we should escape rebirth, trying to avoid death, we should try to avoid rebirth, in my own words I say. So, and also people should, instead of this being sad on somebody's death, we should try to realize that the journey of life is basically liberation from ignorance, finding enlightenment. And by the time that death reaches to a person, he should be able to realize that I am not the body, I am not the mind, I am not the ego. And
if you don't realize, even if you are a millionaire or a billionaire,
That is what I'm telling, sir.
It's
So,
of no use.
so, but at least by the time he should live as, be able to live as Jivan Mukta or Karma Yogi and in a state of Satchit Anand, I think this is the only enlightenment which will stop him from further rebirth and further cycle of death and birth.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Good. I like what Rajendra is saying. We are trying to escape death, which we can't. And we are not trying to escape rebirth, which we can. What a beautiful quote. हाँ? पता नहीं किसने लिखा है कोट, पता
आपकी
नहीं।
लिखा, आपकी किताब पे सर वो जो पर्का लाया था
हमारा कोई सोल लिखा होगा, हमने तो नहीं लिखा है।
मुझे तो इसका ही पता है और कुछ नहीं पता है।
प्रभु ने दिखाया है। Okay, thank you. Bliss.
Hi, Shwan everyone. Love you well. Yes, I know Ratan Tata. I know group Ratan Tata and everything you do for.
You told Tata. You told him Tata.
Tata,
You told Tata.
Goodbye.
To Ratan Tata, you told Tata.
All his family and everything. It's a big loss for India, I think, because you have many society there, and it was a big shock for India.
No shock. He was 86 years old. Everybody who is after 86 years old, every morning when they wake up, they should pinch and see.
I'm still alive. So about that, I think during the soul is embodied only body, mind, ego, there day after day. And when the soul leave the body because the life stop, energy go with the divine and get rebirth with karma. I am right.
Good. Yeah, you are right. So if you are enlightened, the answer is different.
Enlightened, you merge with the divine and you don't get rebirth.
If enlightened person asks what happened at death, the answer is body dies, I become one with Sip.
Yeah.
Finito.
Yeah. But we are not sure when we are enlightened or not.
Then you say, then you're not sure, then you say we take rebirth as per karma. But the enlightened person does not talk of rebirth.
But
for enlightened person,
do you have assurance for it? When you get enlightened, you
100%,
know.
100%. Good, best question of today. 100%. Tell me why. If you tell me why, I give you a prize.
Because you have understand you are not.
Then if I understand, then why you no understand?
Realize.
Why you no realize?
You have to realize you are not the body, mind, and ego.
No, you are the
and
body. You have the
belong to you.
You come for retreat on November. You're coming for retreat November 9th?
Yes,
you register? You register?
Okay. Yes, I am registered. Yeah.
So hopefully we will touch it again. Okay,
it will be short because I walk after, but I will be there.
Gunjan, thank you, Bliss. Gunjan, पहली बार आप सवाल पूछ रहे हैं आप Gunjan is first time. Unmute, please unmute Gunjan.
Yeah, this is the first time. Hello, how are you?
Hello, very good. How did you come on this call?
I got a call from someone earlier. Also, I did not get the chance to attend this. Today also I got a call out of nowhere, and
You got call from somebody. Very good.
From Pooja Gupta, I guess. She said this is
okay.
someone called Pooja Gupta.
Okay, very good, very good. कोई होगा, कोई पूजा अच्छा है, आपको किसी ने बता दिया ये call के बारे में. So what is your question, Gunjan?
Yeah, my question is basically, once the soul drops this body, depending on your karma of this lifetime and the previous lifetimes. You actually do not know where you're going to go.
Correct.
That is a very uneasy thing, that you do not know where you're going to land up, in which
Bilkul.
loka you're going to land up. Is there a way to neutralize the karmic connections or
Yes.
attachments of this
Yes.
lifetimes and the past lifetimes? Is there a way you can neutralize it with every soul, so that you do not come in a mother's womb in human yoni or in any other yoni, and just
So good. You're asking a question from a fresh perspective. So,
Yeah.
any doubt, Gunjan? Body dies. Any doubt? Ratan Tata mara. कुछ doubt है?
No, not at all.
तो क्या वो बॉडी का रीबर्थ होगा या body will become ashes?
Yes.
Any doubt? Body will become ashes. No doubt.
Yes, no doubt.
So body cannot be reborn. Correct?
Yes.
The body cannot be reborn.
Yes.
And the soul, the atma hai, the soul is only energy. The soul is only shakti.
Yes.
So who is reborn?
Of course, the soul. Of
No.
course, the soul.
Not the soul. The sukshma sharir. The sukshma sharir or the subtle body.
Right.
Matlab,
Absolutely.
who carries the karma? The me,
Yes.
the mind and ego. The mind and ego carries the karma and it goes to the new birth. This
Right.
is simple to understand.
Yes. Yes. It is.
Abhi dhyan se suniye. Please listen carefully.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the mind?
No.
तो है ही नहीं mind. Mind, जब तक हम till you believe the mind is there, then the mind is creating karma.
Yes.
The karma is sitting on whom? Karma is not sitting on the body. Body will die. Karma is sitting on
Yes.
the head of the mind.
Yes.
But there is no mind. If there is no mind,
But
then
it's
there is no. Then the ego, in the moment of death, the ego also is not there. The ego, मैं नहीं हूँ, मैं चले गया.
yes.
The moment you realize there is no mind and the ego will not exist, in that moment there is no punarjanam. In that moment there is no rebirth. It is
Okay.
as simple as this. It looks too simple. Na, jo main bol raha hu, it looks too simple.
It is too simple because the karma will any which ways remain in the DNA of the subtle body as well.
But there is no subtle body. The subtle body, the sukshma sharir, is created by the karan sharir or the causal body, which is nothing but avidya. अगर अविद्या को दूर करेंगे तो अविद्या को जो दूर करता है वो causal body gets free from the subtle body. What only exists in reality is the body and the soul. What exists now? Ratan Tata, body died, soul atma became one with Paramatma. Is this much clear what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But we all think we are mind and ego me. If we think we are mind and ego me, then we have got karma. Then we will be reborn.
Okay. So you just
This
need to
is
change a belief.
you can't change the belief. You have to realize.
Yes.
Because your mind will not let you realize. The mind does not want you to realize.
Yes. So how to do it?
By coming on this call every day, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Many people have realized in this call, many people have realized. बहुत लोग जागृत हो गए. So if you come on the call, you will hear people talking as Jivan Mukta. So the answer is too simple. Answer is too simple. But to achieve it is too difficult. Because we are caught in this avidya. We are caught in this conditioning. We are caught in this belief. Okay, me, I am the mind, मैं हूं. I am Gunjan. Who are you? Who are you?
Gunjan.
No, you are not Gunjan.
Nobody.
Your name is Gunjan.
Yes.
जब आप पैदा हुई, जब बच्ची पैदा हुई, माँ के गर्भ से निकले, आप गुंजन थी क्या?
No.
अगर थोड़ा डीएनए चेंज हो जाता है, आप गजानन बन जाती.
Okay. My brother's name is actually Gajanan.
तो somebody will say AiR के पास पावर है. AiR ने अपने उनके भाई का नाम देखो कैसे. So many babas will say, देखो बाबा का ऐसे ही क्लेम करता है, देखो मैंने कैसे बता दिया तुम्हारे भाई का नाम गजानंद है. मैं तुम्हें जानता भी नहीं हूँ, लेकिन मैं तुम्हारे भाई का नाम गजानंद बोल दिया. और बाबा लोग बोलते हैं, देखो मुझे पास सीधी है, मेरे पास पावर है. सब झूठ है, सब झूठ. ओनली अ कोइंसिडेंस. Okay, so Gunjan, come on the call. This call is for people who want mukti, moksha. It's very simple, but you have to be consistent and persistent, and you have to awaken. Enlightenment मुश्किल नहीं. Anybody can awaken, but आपका अच्छा कर्म है. देखो आपने को एक कॉल मिला. You just got one call. आपका अच्छा कर्म है, आपने बटन दबाया. अगर आज आप बटन नहीं दबाती तो
Yeah. Correct.
you would have continued to believe whatever you believe in your life. So this is your good karma. Okay, done. Gunjan, anything else?
That's it, sir. Very
Thank
happy
you. Thank you.
to speak
Thank
to
you for
you.
the
Thank you
question.
so
But remember,
much.
if you want to attain God, you want to attain moksha, you must come regularly. Otherwise, एक दिन के call से कुछ नहीं होगा. You must make it a habit. 8 o'clock every night, every evening.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you, Gunjan. Venkat.
Thank you,
Here
sir.
is Venkat is coming from USA. Yes, Venkat.
Hello, Shivam, everyone. I missed last few days because again the time zone is so tough. Sometimes it's 10:30 my time. Sometimes most important office के calls उसी time पे होते हैं 10 से 12.
But you're catching up. You're catching up on the YouTube.
I'm catching up. Yeah, I'm catching on the YouTube. First thing, sir, कि retreat का time is not suitable for US definitely. So I'm little sad about it. You know.
What we'll do, we'll try to put that retreat on YouTube, but it will not be effective. I don't know. We'll see how the recording comes. A
So
retreat is not effective.
Can it be done at little earlier time? 7 बजे India morning तो मैं अपना 9 बजे कर सकता हूँ रात के.
आप रिक्वेस्ट करो, लेकिन ये इंडिया के लोग कैसे करेंगे 7 बजे? इंडिया के लोग सब सोए होंगे.
हाँ, वही थोड़ा सा अगर मतलब ना दोनों टाइम जोन.
No, what we will do, if there is a large audience who wants 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. next retreat, I can do that.
Okay.
But let's see. Suppose if the 10-15 people say request 7 a.m. time, then next retreat we can try.
Right. Okay, no problem. That's fine. I'll try to get it. Sir, the question, I know when I read the Ratan Tata's yesterday thing, the first thing came to mind, he missed the opportunity. We don't know. That's what I think. We don't know.
Whether
right?
he's enlightened or not, we don't know. If he's not enlightened, he's reborn. And if he's
reborn.
Enlightened, then he's gone.
Right. So, but when you said it today, it's like if we are living in a mind, body, ego, we are definitely reborn. And if you are 200%. Not, 200%. If you are not, we are not. So to be in that, okay, mind to apna monkey apna kaam karte rahega. He will think, he will run here and there. If I just detach myself and says, okay, this is not me, my mind is doing it, I don't care. And aisa mera agar thought raha, so will I be detached and enlightened and not be in the mind, body, ego?
No.
Or no?
No. You cannot, you have to realize there is no mind. Please use your intelligence, my dear Venkat. कहाँ है mind?
नहीं है mind. अगर मैंने ऐसा
तो अभी भी आप मुझे गपशप कर रहे हैं, मैं mind से दोस्ती करूंगा, मैं mind को इग्नोर करूंगा, अरे mind है ही नहीं mind. If I tell you, please look around in your house, there is the fruit I've kept in your room called tambu cheti. Please give me tambu cheti fruit from your room.
No, it's not there.
But I'm telling you, it is there, tambu cheti. Please find and give me.
I would say no, it's not there. I'm sure about it.
कैसे कॉन्फिडेंस से बोलते हैं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ तंबू चेटी रूम है, तंबू चेटी है,
दिख नहीं रहा.
तो वही तो, आप माइंड नहीं है फिर भी आप बोल रहे माइंड है. See how the mind tricks you.
Right.
When Gunjan, newcomer, came to the call, Gunjan is also thinking mind. Mind hai nahi na. This is the trick. This is the biggest trick. Mind does not exist. You show me the mind, I'll give 1 crore rupees to you. Give me the mind.
अच्छा तो फिर रोज में हम ऑफिस का जो काम करते हैं, ये करते हैं डेली, वो कौन कर रहा है? माइंड ही कर रहा है ना?
No. Who told you? How can you say mind?
Don't we have to
Wait,
put our mind to it?
You have to put your thought to it. Not your mind. You have to put your thought. There's a difference between thought and mind.
So you're talking about intellect and man or buddhi?
Man hai hi nahi.
Man hai hi nahi.
Buddhi is a faculty. For example,
tool,
eyes?
like a tool.
It's a tool, correct. See, okay. So for example, we have eyes, but we don't have sight. Sight is a faculty of the eyes.
Right. Okay.
You can't give me sight.
Right.
You can give me your eyes. You can remove your eyes and give me, but you cannot give me sight.
Right. Definitely. Sir, one more question. You said like abhi you already kahin rebirth ho gaya hoga, but isn't it takes time at least even to be in the mother's womb and पेट में 9 महीना रहना पड़ता है? Isn't it that the time doesn't come into factor at all there? Like how?
Suppose you're transferring data from one mobile to other mobile. Can the data be hanging in the air somewhere?
No.
Same logic.
Acha.
There's a transfer. See, Ratan Tata yesterday when they declared him dead, the soul was still in his body or the soul has left?
Soul has left, yeah.
So the soul is gone. Atma became one with Paramatma. That chapter is closed.
Right.
In that moment of death, the body is no more alive. The mind and ego, the ignorant mind and ego, which is caused out of ignorance, the moment it's gone, it's born.
Okay. So it's already born somewhere.
Yeah, ये जो हमारे रिलीजियस लोग बोलते हैं कि आत्मा घूमती है 13 दिन पूजा करना पड़ता है, ये सब नॉनसेंस है. It's all nonsense.
क्योंकि उसमें ऐसा लिखा है कि एक साल तो लगता है वो लोक में पहुंचने के लिए. ये लोग those are all nonsense.
कौन सा? वही गुंजन बोल रहे थे.
पितृलोक and वो सब.
There is no pitra gitra mitra sitra lok. There is nothing. There is no mitra lok. There is no pitra lok. There is no lok. All lok is this lok. The lok is only this lok.
So the main thing is every day contemplate it like there is no mind. There is no mind. This will be the mantra to contemplate. Ki mind doesn't exist. Mind doesn't exist. That would be the way to.
It only takes 1 second to realize.
Your mind doesn't exist. Okay.
Thought exists. Mind. When you let the mind exist, the bundle of thoughts that becomes the toxic thoughts, then you are creating the mind.
Right. Got it.
But it's not a physical entity. It's not something that you can. Yeah.
So mind is just a collection of thoughts, and it's just a thoughts. But mind as itself doesn't have any identity. That's all the way. That's all the way we have to think. That's very nice. I think
if you acknowledge it, it has an identity.
I got it. That makes sense.
Suppose you say, I am miserable. Who is miserable?
Thoughts.
The mind.
It's a mind.
The mind is becoming miserable.
Right. That makes sense. Yep. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So this is a very simple. Enlightenment is the most simple game in this world. But unfortunately, we have made it so complicated now.
And also one more thing, sir. Like most of the people are, as someone said, like escape from death or scared of death, or they don't want death to come to them. But the only reality they should know in the life is the death. उसके अलावा बाकी किसी चीज का लाइफ में पक्का होगा नहीं होगा कोई गारंटी नहीं है.
100%.
जैसे वो पुराना गाना भी था ना, लाइक जिंदगी तो बेवफा है, एक दिन ठुकराएगी, मौत महबूबा अपनी साथ लेकर जाएगी. Like
beautiful.
Right.
Okay. I have not paid attention to that song. We will write one song on that.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good, Venkat. Nice.
Thank you.
Ashok Nichani. Thank you. Ashok Nichani, he has escaped to death already. Ashok Nichani, bolo.
Sir ji, I have a few small answers, sir ji.
Bolo, sir.
death is not the end, it is a bend.
Very good.
When there is no breath, there is death.
Very good.
And we don't die. ये मौत की सच्चाई तो ये है कि मैं नहीं मरता, ये तन मन मरता है.
फिर क्या हुआ रतन टाटा को? क्या हुआ? कहाँ गया वो?
No one knows, Sarji. It depends on his self-realization, God
But
realization.
you believe in this Pitralok and this Mitralok, Fitralok. You believe or no?
That is going on from so many years, Sarji. We are just following it.
So you're following, that's why it's going on. If you don't follow, then nobody it will not go on. Because you are following, it will go on.
Correct, Sarji.
Okay, good. Santoshi, thank you.
Sure.
संतोषी आपको क्या बोलना है?
Guruji, when you get enlightened, your death is a celebration.
Very good.
That I have to tell.
Very good. Good, short and sweet. Nitai, thank you. कम बोलना, सही बोलना, सही है. सही एक लाइन में बोल दिया. एक ही बॉल में क्रिकेट आउट हो सकता है. एक ही बॉल. और एक ही बॉल में तुमने लगा दिया विकेट. खत्म.
सब आपकी कृपा है.
Nitai, good.
Pranam, Guruji.
Nitai, pranam.
I think death is probably, if you are in the path to detachment from everything, then death doesn't come as another big event. It's just detachment from the body. And if you are on that path, then it's not another big event, I think. I also wanted to say that I did not get the details of the retreat, at least on the WhatsApp group.
Why you're not part of the group? A poll is there. Nita is not part of the group. We will add you to the group immediately. We will add you after this call. Please put a tick mark. Are you on WhatsApp 9845155555? Are you there?
I am on the AiR group, but I think for the Zoom
that
retreat.
Number, I hope you have that number, 9845155555.
Yes. No, I see the other group now. Yes, I am there.
Say hello on that number, and then you have to tick mark on the poll.
But the details of which day and time, etc.
It's there on the poll.
In the Zoom. Okay. Then this is 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. is
Indian time.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So, my dear friends, one of the biggest fears in this world, the greatest fear in this world is what? The fear of death. सबसे बड़ा जो डर है, लोग मौत से इसलिए डरते हैं. हाँ, सुना है आपने? लोग मौत से इसलिए डरते हैं क्योंकि वो ये नहीं जानते हैं वो कभी नहीं मरते हैं. अगर हमें एहसास हो जाएगा हम कभी नहीं मरेंगे, तन मरेगा, बॉडी मरेगा, लेकिन हम इसलिए डरते हैं क्योंकि हम सोचते हैं हम मरते हैं. हम नहीं मरते हैं. We will never die. We are the immortal soul. I wrote this book, I Will Never Die, in 2000 and before 2017, I think. I wrote the book in 2017. And just yesterday, one gentleman from Bombay has purchased 500 books to distribute to his people. 500, 400 books to distribute to all his people. What is the name of the book? 2017 ka book hai. I Will Never Die. Okay. Siva.
I think,
Siva.
Guruji, yes, so like if I'm really attached to, say, my car, and the car really dies one day, and if I'm not attached, it won't hurt me. And if I'm very attached to my body, then the death will be a big shock to me or
no,
to my
there
family.
will be no shock. Sorry, there will be no shock.
If I'm very attached to my body, and
once you're dead, you cannot feel any shock, sir.
Right. I mean, for the rest of the world.
Rest of the world will forget you in 2 days. Ratan Tata ka drama will continue only today and tomorrow. After that,
Thank you.
the world will move on. Shiva.
Devam Guruji. We all know death is the final journey of the body. Nobody can escape. But the only difference is for the enlightened, liberated person, it's a celebration, as Santoshi said, because he unites with the divine. When it is going to happen, nobody can say. Whether an enlightened person, even he has to leave the body one day.
Every embodied soul has to leave the body.
Leave one day. But the difference is, as she said, it's a celebration for that.
The enlightened person says, मैं नहीं मरता हूँ, बस ये तन मरता है. मुक्ति मैं पाता हूँ जब ये तन मरता है. रोना नहीं मेरे मौत पे, जश्न तुम मनाना. ओ रोना नहीं मेरे मौत पे, जश्न तुम मनाना. This is the reality of life.
This is the reality. I want to say one more thing about Ratan Tata. He said he has seen 4 stages of happiness when he got wealth, when he did 4 stages. He said how he accumulated wealth and all. But the true happiness came when he gave a wheelchair to the children, distributed the wheelchair.
That was today's Instagram. You didn't see Instagram today.
Yes.
You saw you were there on Instagram.
True happiness is that only. When he really, he said that is the true happiness I got. The other happiness was not. He never said that happiness is a.
So people who have never done charity in their life, when the first time they do charity, when I did the charity for the first time properly, I was completely washed away, and then I made that the mission of my life. So yes, it's very beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shiva. Premchandji. Thank you, Premchandji. Sophia, Chitra.
Shivam Gurudev.
Boliye Premchandji.
Now we are not in body, so fear of death does not arise, and it should not arise. Regarding Ratan Tata, I want to say that he never lived his life for body and mind. He lived his life for the society. He was a great philanthropist. He was a great Karam Yogi. He must have got salvation automatically, whether he knew what is what should I say, our topic? Realization, self, whether he did or he knew or he does not know. But he must have got salvation because he was a great philanthropist, and he would continue to be remembered as a philanthropist.
Yes, maybe what you say is correct. See, nobody can say whether suppose he was enlightened. No, you and me cannot make out.
Nobody can say, but in his actions, he was a great Karam Yogi.
So yeah, so when you are a great karma yogi, the chances are that you have an inner awakening. जो कर्म योगी है उसको अंदर
वो अंदर से awakened है.
हाँ, अंतरात्मा जाग जाती है. Maybe he did not talk about it. That's a different matter. But awakening is a matter of individual. Every individual is awakened. No other person can say they are awakened or not awakened. But you are right.
So he has done, yes,
right.
sir. So he has done for the society. Ordinary person cannot forget. So he would have got salvation because he was internally. Good. He was awakened.
Tathastu.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
May it be so. Sophia, thank you.
Thank you.
Sophia has gone for coffee break. Chitra.
Yeah, death is like a changing dress.
Very good.
Old dress.
Changing. Yeah. So who changes the dress, Chitra? Who's changing the dress?
The unenlightened one, the mind ego complex.
Only mind and ego, not the soul.
Yes. Not
the soul. Not the soul. The soul leaves the body, and who changes the dress? Yeah. The mind and ego, which does not exist. The mind and ego, which is only illusory in existence. That mind and ego is the reborn, because that mind and ego thinks it is the doer of action, it has done karma, it carries karma, and it is reborn.
Yes.
Okay, good, Chitra. Well said. Anything else? Otherwise,
Thank
Laveen.
you. Yeah.
Thank you, Laveen.
Shivoham AiR.
Sure.
Yes, I believe death is a celebration. But I have 1-2 questions on attachment. Like I have
Yes.
a 92-year-old like grandmother's sister. Like all my cousins have gone from here. She's just hanging on. She was not on the spiritual path, and she's just not letting go. She's too attached. She's still there. But so who holds that power to take her back? If she's not enlightened, she's not on any path, how does death come? Because people are,
Death will come. Death will come automatically. You don't have to do anything. Nah? Death, she's 92.
Yes.
Her
But
days
she's
are
holding
numbered.
on her desire.
No, her days are numbered. Her days are after you are 75, you have crossed the average life expectancy of a human being. Today, Lavin, the average life expectancy of a human being average is 74 point some years. After the 75, that means on an average, you have already crossed your time.
Yeah.
So it all depends on your karma.
Okay. The
If her
time of
karma,
death.
her karma, if her karma gives her 93, 94, 95, if her karma does not agree, today she will go.
And also the other people who are serving her, right? Their karma with her.
No.
Has
No.
Okay.
There is all, never believe all these things. There is no my karma with you and your karma with me.
That I have to do seva for her or whatever, like, whoever has to do seva. It's not that. It's her.
You must do seva for everybody.
Okay.
This is completely wrong that we believe. See, we are born to our parents because of our karmic connection. There's a karmic reason we are born to parents. After that, it's over. The game is over.
Okay. And also enlightened, sorry.
Continue.
Enlightened souls like Dada and, gurus and all, do they know before that their time is, I've heard that. I don't know. Nobody knows.
No. See, anybody, suppose you feel I'm going to die. That feeling may come. But that feeling is not a surety.
Okay.
Anybody may feel. Anybody may feel, oh, I'm going to die, and they die. So what? That's okay. But nobody knows. Death is. I know somebody who went to the hospital 101 times, saying that they're going to die. Every time they came back from the hospital.
Yeah.
And once they were sitting in their home and said, I'm not going to die, they died.
Yeah. And also I heard, just before this topic of death, 2 days back, my Sri Lankan helper told me her relative in Sri Lanka passed away at the age of 40. Like sudden young man, he passed away. So she told me, like today, she told me, oh, her wife, the prayers are going on, the few days how we have prayers. Her wife got possessed with the spirit, and he came in her and he told, like, take care, because he has young children and the mother, take care. But what is your opinion on, within that 7 or 12 days, does the spirit have the power to possess the loved one to give a message?
Fairy tales.
But how it has happened according to her, it has happened in her home.
So what is possessing is the mind. Her mind is possessed.
Okay.
It is the mind that is imagining that the husband has come, and the mind is imagining. Mind can imagine this. Mind is capable of imagining.
Okay.
Somebody can imagine. Somebody can imagine that last Janam I was auto driver. That does not mean that you were actually auto driver.
Okay.
But you can imagine that.
Yeah. Okay. I needed that.
Somebody can imagine that I will be born as a bhalu. But that does not mean that you will be born as a bhalu.
Okay, so those are not, the spirit doesn't have the soul is just gone, like it's not having power. Okay.
See, the problem is all this creates avidya.
Yeah.
All this creates ignorance. And this stops us from enlightenment. We must be very cautious. We have to be very cautious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing these. I mean, this is what I've heard from her. So today is a subject that I said, let me ask you on this, you know.
No, you ask. You all should ask any question. If you don't ask a question and you don't have the answer, that means that rotten thinking thought is still
Was there.
in your head. It's a worm.
Yeah, I will believe, she was there. Yeah.
Everybody on this call should not think, oh, it's a silly question for me to ask. There is no silly question. In this call, there is no question called a silly question. So we must clarify, because there's too much garbage in the outside world. There's too many lies. There's too much myth. There's too many fairy tales. For example, young children, I'm telling you, young children are scared of ghosts.
Yeah.
I must have been scared of a ghost till I was 40 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly you see that cloth is fluttering. And then you hear the song. Naina barse rim jim. And then you see the door is closing.
Yeah. In Singapore, we have that, month of the ghost. The Chinese celebrate that the doors open and the doors close.
No, because it's a fantastic money-making racket.
Yeah, but they, burn all these candles on the road, and they say, oh, if you shouldn't cross them, then the spirit will come. So, of course,
there are too many of these fairy tales.
Yeah.
Too many. And the truth of life is very simple. What we teach people is a way to live in eternal bliss, in truth consciousness. This has to be happy in your life. It's so simple. To realize you are sick or you're the soul is eternal happiness.
Yeah.
But we are running.
It doesn't complicate it. It simplifies the whole concept,
and logically. Logically, enlightenment is not another blind faith. It is a logical understanding. Enlightenment is the science of the spirit. Spirituality is a science.
Yes.
So I was seeing, I'm going to do a podcast with one very famous celebrity, and that celebrity teaches people, तुम्हारा love line ऐसा है, तुम्हारा lifeline ऐसा है, ये तुम्हारा line ऐसा है, ये तुम्हारा line वैसा है. क्या ये line वैसा है, line? All line borrowing. This is called line borrowing.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah.
Okay. Good, Ravi.
Thank you.
Kavi. And then we have Ru Mataji, Gunjan, and Sophia before we close. Kavi, bolo.
Okay, namaste.
Namaste.
This is I think my third day on the group, on the call.
How did you come?
Yeah,
How did you join?
Rajeshwari Akka has she had requested me to join and check. So yes, the conversations are very. It gives a sense of clarity on a lot of things. I'm thankful for that.
Yes.
I have one request, if I can be added onto the group.
Yes, you have got the number. Raji gave you. You have the number, right? 9845155555. Please send a message on that number and request to be added.
Okay,
98451
98451
55555 5 times.
Okay, I'll do that.
You must send a WhatsApp. Yeah, and you can ask for to be registered. Do you have a question to ask today?
Yes, I do have a question, but it's not regarding today's topic. It's regarding,
You can ask any question on any day. There's not fixed. The topic is just to guide the discussion. You can ask any question.
Okay, so I have a question in a sense that how does one, set oneself on a strict discipline, for the spiritual practices, like you decide, okay, this is how I am going to practice, or say even for meditation. I miss meditations many times because of my indiscipline, or you can say lack of will. That willpower I want to increase, and I want to be on dot in my practices.
Very simple. May I ask you, are you working somewhere? How old are you?
I am 54. I'm working somewhere. Yes.
Let me explain to you what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
Meditation means wherever you are, whenever you are, and you think of meditation, just stop and be silent for 1 minute. Can you do that?
Yes.
That's all I'm asking.
Okay.
Just stop and be silent for 1 minute or 2 minutes. The problem today is supposed to be World Mental Health Day, I am told. Is it? I don't know whether today they asked me to record a reel that World Mental Health. Today is supposed to be World Mental Health Day. And they asked me to record a reel. I said the cause of the mental health is the mind. And the moment you realize there is no mind, then there is no problem in mental health at all. The problem with mental health is only because of the mind. So, you know what you need to do, Kavi? Whenever you remember it, forget about your discipline, forget about being indisciplined. All this is, keep it aside. You are not indisciplined, or forget all these things. All you got to do is the moment you think of spirituality or God or anything, just try to be silent for 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on how much time your work permits you.
Okay.
And in the next 1 week, your life will change.
Sure, I'll apply that.
And come on this call and tell me your experiences. Just
Sure,
do
I'll do
nothing.
that.
When you're on that 1 minute, when you're silence, 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, you should not think anything. You should just refuse to think. You should just observe the thought. The thought will come. You say, okay, Mr. Thought, wait 2 minutes. I'm silent now. Shh, keep quiet, keep quiet. If the thought comes, don't stop your silence. Continue your silence.
Okay.
Let the
I
thought
understand
go.
that.
Yeah. And then you tell me after a few days how your life is changing.
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kavi. Now,
Thank you.
Sophia up hai. Either Sophia is there, otherwise Dhruv Mataji and Gunjan. Sophia is there.
Hello,
Sophia.
sir. Thank you so much.
Yes, bolo.
Yeah. So for me, death is a celebration
Very good.
because we are going to unite with Paramatma. I'm so happy.
Very good.
Right?
Very
And
good.
as I'm a Shuddha Atma, now we are Shuddha Atma, soul, pure soul. I'm not body, mind, and ego.
You are Ruh.
I'm pure soul.
You are a Ruh. You are a Ruh.
Yeah, true. So I want to go back, accept this moment as it comes, be happy each moment, and be with your soul. And live each moment. And Sip Tata ji also, if he was realized, he must have joined the Paramatma.
Correct.
Thank you.
Good. Dhruv Mataji and Gunjan.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dhruv Mataji, Gunjan.
Pranam Guruji, Shivam. Yesterday I've gone to doctor. There was one picture on the wall and Buddha picture was there and quote was written, mind is everything, what you think you will become.
हाँ बिल्कुल
But
100%.
Guruji, हम तो कहते हैं ना consciousness is everything.
वो कॉन्शियसनेस बुद्धा ने वो लिखा है नहीं कॉन्शियसनेस के बारे में.
तो पढ़ के
What
ना
he
गुरुजी,
says,
I was contemplating के
what he
भाई
says,
यहाँ consciousness होना चाहिए, consciousness is everything.
what he says, mind is everything. He means if your mind is full of desires, if your mind is full of lust, if your mind is full of bad thoughts, then you will have bad thoughts. If your mind is still, if there are no bad thoughts, then you will have a good life. Simple.
Okay.
Buddha का ये understanding है.
Okay. Thank you.
Buddha ka teaching is very simple. No Atma, no Paramatma, nothing. Buddha's teaching is don't let the mind make you blind. Don't let your desires make you burst. That's all. उन बुद्धा का teaching इतना है बस. Gunjan.
Yes, sir.
Last question for today. Yes,
I have
Gunjan.
two questions.
Yes.
I have two questions. The first one is during the conversation, you said that if your mind believes you were an auto driver in the last birth, it's not true. Your mind can just, fool you. So this past life regression thing that people do, this regressionist, it's not true because I have
It's
undergone a session myself.
a very good business. How much you paid?
Oh, but I could envision myself in different a couple of births.
How much you paid? First you tell me how much you paid.
I don't remember, but there is a strange thing that happened during that thing is that I gave out some names in my when in a hypnotic state, and I did not even know that such a village exists in Rajasthan somewhere. And we checked on Google, it did, and the lady said that in one of the past births, I had lost a child. So and during the next visit, she just looked at my face and she told me that you're pregnant. She did not even know, neither I had found out. I had not confirmed my pregnancy. This was like 10, 11 years ago. And I mean, I was stunned, that someone could I mean, she said the
See,
soul,
yeah.
same soul must have come back to you or something like that.
So if you want to believe, you can believe, but it will only complicate your spiritual life. You might
Okay.
have heard of that. You might have heard of that village in some Amitabh Bachchan Dharmender movie 25 years ago. You might have heard it, and it may be in your mind. So I'm just telling you, don't get carried away. Please be
Okay.
very, please be very clear. If there was past life we could go, then you and me and everybody in this call could go to past life. Forget about past life. If I give you 1 crore rupees, you cannot even go to yesterday.
Yeah, that's true.
So be practical. The
Yeah.
mind can go. The mind can take you everywhere. The mind can take you here and there. But I'm only telling you,
Yeah.
spirituality is a science. We are here, we are talking scientific truth. So if you have to make up your mind, you want to believe Ganapati Bappa Moria के शिव जी ने आके उसके पुत्र का सर काट दिया, फिर हाथी लिया, हाथी का सर काटा, फिर if you want to believe these stories, believe. If you want to realize God, then you have to question everything that you listen to. You have to question. And then you will find God inside you. God is not far away. God is inside you.
That's true.
So please
That's true. My
try
second
to...
question. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. Second
Yeah.
question.
So my second question was, like you were saying, there is no Pitrulok, there is no Gaulok, there is no Vishnu Lok. But our Shastras and Upanishads and the sadhus who have attained some great realization, even our Rishi Munis, in the ancient times, they talk about all these loks. Even in Jainism, uh, the monks talk about Narak and the 7 levels of Narak and the pain that the soul or Sukshma Sharir has to go through basis, depending on your karma. So is everything false?
No. So if you look at the Mahavakyas of the Upanishads, there are 4 Mahavakyas. I am Atma Brahma, Rajnana Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, and Tattvamasi. There are four Mahavakyas. Tattvamasi, I am Atma Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Prajnanam Brahma. The entire Shastras are in these 4 lines. Entire Shastras. I mean entire. You want to believe in 4 lines and understand your life, or you want to believe in 40,000 pages and you want to get lost? That is up to you. Because if you believe in the stories, then then you'll go around chakkar. You'll keep on going chakkar, chakkar, chakkar. You'll never get anywhere. Concentrate on 4 Mahavakyas. It's there on the internet. Ask for the 4 Mahavakyas. And then you can ask me on the question, on the chat. Okay? So our time is, okay, every day, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we have to close. Venkat, you want to make a quick comment? I'm going to close the call.
Sir, only one question before. You said like mind doesn't exist, but then again, we've been asked to still the mind. If it doesn't exist, who are we stilling it?
The bundle of thoughts.
So I'm stilling the thoughts. Okay, stopping the thoughts. Okay.
Correct. Remember, in this call, Venkat, we have an answer to every question.
I know. That's the reason before I didn't want to miss this question today, because evening if I'm sitting, I don't want this question to bother me. So that's the reason.
The only question we don't know to answer is to try to define God. Nobody in this world can define God.
Yeah, right.
So we are, otherwise every practical question has got an answer. We are not just hitting somewhere in the bush. We have got clarity, complete clarity in the subject. So my dear friends.
Yeah.
Okay,
I have to really try, because growing up, I also grew up with all these stories, and being born in a Brahmin family, Tamil Brahmin family, always
be grateful. Be grateful you're on this call and forget the past. Let's move forward.
Because those things used to scare me more rather than, डराते ज्यादा थे चीजें वो सब,
सबको डराते हैं, आपको नहीं, सबको डराते हैं. Okay, so my dear friends, we are closing this call on death. Death is not the end of the book called life. Death is end of one chapter in the book called life. And just like in a book, you have chapters and chapters and chapters. Death is the end of one chapter. And then you go to the next chapter. Death is like a sunset somewhere. Just like there's a sunset in India, there's a sunrise in America. So the moment somebody is gone, somebody is reborn. The body dies, but there was no body when you were conceived 9 months before your birth date, your arrival date. There was no body. The body is created in the mother's womb over 9 months. But we are taught lies. That is my birth date. Your birth date was 9 months before. And one day the body will die and you will leave the body. You are that Atma, that soul that leaves the body. This is the simple reality of life. Don't think of anything else. Contemplate on this. And the mind does not exist. If you let the mind exist, like Venkat said, if you have no mind, how can we still it? The mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. Still the thoughts. Be in a state of consciousness. And if Buddha tells you mind is everything, let Buddha say. But you become a Buddha and you realize and see me tomorrow at 8. With folded hands, I bow down to you.